A 1912 hidden camera investigation. Watch as nursing home employees rip off the elderly. Good evening, I'm Anna Katayama.
And I'm Kurt Ludlow. It's a case of broken trust, a crime that robs victims not only of their belongings, but of their sense of security. Stealing from people in what's probably the last home they'll ever know, a retirement home. And the thieves, familiar faces, people whom the elderly rely on and trust. Music for the soul. A performance from the heart. For folks living out their sunset years in a Portland area retirement home. Their goodness can be read on their faces, wrinkled with age, but eyes full of life. Proud, loving, and loved. They're people who need special care and attention, who trust their lives and their lifetime of collected valuables to those hired to care for them.
Over here you'll see her double back and grab a handful of change, stick in her pocket, and walk out.
Scott Castleman is a private investigator hired by Homes for the Elderly to set traps for care workers who steal from the people they're paid to protect.
You know, I'd like to say it's not a problem, but it's a pretty big problem.
I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm going to stay here. They have to haul me out.
Harriet Hurrah can match wits with the best of them. At 85 years of age, her mind is still active, kept sharp by a daily dose of puzzles and games.
These are my great-grandkids.
Everything important to her is in her small apartment. She knows where she puts things, and she notices when things disappear.
One day I left my purse here on the table, and when I came back, the money was gone.
$35 had vanished. Harriet reported the theft, and the home hired Scott to catch the thief. A complex setup involving Harriet, some marked money, and a hidden camera.
We've got about $80 in that envelope.
You're watching a crime in action.
And she's going to pick up the envelope, take it out of the frame. What she was doing was counting it to see how much money was in there.
An employee at the retirement home caught in the act.
So she puts the money back, and she looks around the room. It appears that she's looking for a camera, and in one frame, or a couple of frames actually, she actually looks right at the camera.
She checks a coworker cleaning in the next room, then returns to face the money. For more than a minute, she stares at it, and then makes her fateful decision to steal the cash. Harriet is stunned when the identity of the thief is revealed.
Shocked. Absolutely shocked. Because it was one person that we just got real close to each other. You know, because she'd love to come in and talk to me, and it was absolutely unbelievable.
Over and over, the hidden cameras catch employees stealing.
She's going to come to the corner, grab a wallet out of that brown box thing right there. She's got the wallet, and she's going to put the wallet back after she emptied the money.
Most times, the elderly victim isn't around.
She comes in, the money's right here, you can see it. She picks it up, counts it right in front of the camera.
But some daring thieves steal with the victim in the room.
So she came in about 3 o'clock in the morning when she was sure that the resident was asleep, rifled through her purse, took what she wanted, and left.
I think that Oregon's got a very strong law in place to address just this very issue.
Jim Carlson represents Oregon's healthcare facilities.
In licensed long-term care facilities, every single employee, from a food service worker to a housekeeper to a nurse to a direct caregiver to a maintenance person, is all being checked for their previous criminal history.
That's true, but I-1812 discovered a loophole that allows people caught stealing at care centers to work at other nursing homes or even get jobs working with money. An employee could be arrested for stealing today and get a job at another nursing home tomorrow, long before their arrest or conviction will ever show up in a criminal background check.
There's several cases that are going on right now to where I know that the next day after I arrested them, they went to work for another retirement home.
It can take months for an arrest to show up, sometimes never at all. In fact, Portland police don't ever enter misdemeanor theft arrests into the computer system that does background checks. That means even if a care center checks out a potential employee, they won't learn the truth.
I just didn't believe that anybody would come in and take it.
Harriet is still haunted by what happened to her. Last October, the woman who stole from Harriet pleaded guilty to 1 count of second-degree theft. She's been ordered to pay restitution, complete 60 hours of community service, and no longer work with the elderly. We wondered how she earns a living now, so the I-Team tracked her down, and guess what? We found her behind the cash register at a Portland area grocery store. She's a cashier, handling money. She may be gone from this care center, but the folks here remember her, how they trusted her, how she broke their trust. But the music helps soothe them. They listen to the words, hear the melody. The music for the soul.
Now, we need to point out that many nursing homes hire private investigators to find employees who steal. They do all they can. Last year, the Oregon Department of Human Resources received 69 theft complaints at nursing homes from across the state. But our research suggests that there are many, many more cases that don't ever get reported, probably in the thousands.